Today, we're journeying to a truly remarkable place on the southern tip of India, the Rameshwaram Temple. And this isn't just some old building. It's a point on the map where epic myths, centuries of history, and the power of the ocean all crash together in one sacred space. And to really get a handle on it, we have to start with a pretty big question.
I mean, really think about that for a second. How do you actually measure something you can't hold in your hand, like faith? Do you count up all the prayers, the number of footsteps from countless pilgrims? Or could it be measured in something more solid, something you can literally see and touch?
Well, let's start with this number, 1,200 meters. To put that in perspective, that's nearly 3/4 of a mile. Now, you're probably wondering, what on earth could be that long inside a temple?
That number, that's the length of the longest temple corridor in the entire world. And it's found right here at Rameshwaram. It's this breathtaking avenue of stone that right away gives you a sense of the sheer scale of devotion we're talking about here.
So let's start there with what you'd see if you were standing in this place right now. It is, without a doubt, an absolute architectural masterpiece, a true marvel in stone. The whole experience of Rameshwaram is built on these incredible features. You've got that massive corridor we mentioned, sure, but get this. It's lined with over 1,200 intricately carved granite pillars. Just try to picture walking through that. Then there are the 22 sacred water wells, known as tirthams, which are absolutely essential for ritual bathing. And at the very heart of it all is the main sanctum, which holds a sacred object we're going to talk more about in just a moment. Now, a marvel like this doesn't just appear overnight, right? So who built it? Well, the answer isn't simple. It's a story that unfolds over centuries, with different royal dynasties all leaving their own unique mark on the place.
You see, the temple's story is one of constant evolution. The very earliest shrine might date all the way back to the 8th century. But it was really the Pandya kings in the 12th and 13th centuries who put it on the map as a major pilgrimage destination. Later on, it was the Sethupathi rulers in the 17th century who gave the temple its most iconic features, including those world-famous corridors.
And here's the part that just blows my mind. They created these perfectly aligned, incredibly long corridors without any modern surveying tools. No lasers, no GPS, nothing. Think about that. It is an absolutely incredible feat of engineering and pure artistry. But you know, the who and the what are only part of the story. The where is just as important. In fact, the temple's unique location is absolutely key to understanding its entire identity. Here's the thing you have to realize. Rameshwaram isn't on the Indian mainland. It's on a place called Pambin Island, which is the strip of land kind of caught between two oceans. Because of this unique position, it's historically been this natural bridge, both physically and culturally, between India and Sri Lanka. And this geography directly shapes the faith that's practiced here. Its closeness to Sri Lanka reinforces that deep connection to the Ramayana epic. The ocean itself is part of the ritual. Pilgrims bathe in the holy waters. And it sits right next to what's known as Ram Setu, or Adam's Bridge, a chain of shoals believed to be the actual bridge built by Lord Rama's army in the legend. The geography is the story. This is what makes its location so profound. The land itself is woven directly into the legend. This isn't just some temple that happens to be by the sea. Its entire meaning is shaped by this unique position as a spiritual gateway between lands, oceans, and epics. And that brings us right to the core of it all, the foundational myth that explains why this temple even exists in the first place. This is the story of Lord Rama. So, according to the Ramayana, after Lord Rama defeated the demon king Ravana in Lanka, he returned to this very spot. But there was a problem. Ravana was a Brahmin, and killing a Brahmin was considered a great sin. So to atone for it, Rama decided he needed to worship Lord Shiva. And to do that, he installed a sacred symbol, a linga, right here. That one act of worship is the mythological origin of the entire temple. And that linga, it isn't just any old idol. It's considered a Jyotirlinga, which means a pillar of light. This makes Rameshwaram one of the 12 most sacred and powerful shrines dedicated to Lord Shiva in all of India. For devotees, this is a huge deal. All right, so let's bring all these threads together now. The amazing architecture, the deep history, the sacred geography, and that powerful myth. Let's see how they create something so incredibly unique in Hinduism today. Now here is where the story gets truly fascinating. The temple is a sacred Jyotirlinga site, which makes it incredibly holy for Shaivas, the followers of Lord Shiva. But at the same time, it's also one of the 4 holiest pilgrimage sites for Vaishnavas, the followers of Lord Vishnu. So how can it be both? Because the Shiva Linga was installed by Lord Rama, who himself is an avatar of Vishnu. So what you have is this rare, powerful place where 2 of the largest traditions in Hinduism beautifully come together.
And that brings us to the present day, because this temple is not a relic. It's not a museum. It is a vibrant, living, breathing center of faith. Millions of people come here for pilgrimage, to perform sacred rituals, and to seek peace for their ancestors. It is alive with devotion every single day. So how do you measure faith? Maybe you do measure it in 1,200 meters of carved stone, or in thousands of years of continuous worship. Or perhaps you can find its measure right here, in this one singular place, a living confluence of myth, history, sea, and salvation. It really makes you think, what does a place like this tell us about the power of a story to shape the very land around it?